Coming up on Around San Diego, bigger water bills are coming in the city of San Diego. Details on the water rate hikes the council just approved. And the parents of a man who died in San Diego Sheriff's custody continue to push for change after reaching a multi-million-dollar settlement in his death. Plus, the city of San Diego is sharing the progress it's made cleaning up homeless encampments along our freeways. We take a look at the new agreement showing a collaborative effort. Hello and welcome to you. Happy Halloween. Thank you so much for joining us as we take you around San Diego. I'm CBS 8's Jenny Day, and I'll get you caught up on our top stories. We'll also look ahead at what's to come around San Diego. We begin with a final farewell to a La Mesa police officer who was killed in the line of duty. The funeral procession for Officer Lauren Craven was powerful and somber. It included hundreds of police vehicles from an array of agencies from all across the county. During the service, we heard from several of Craven's training officers, the La Mesa police chief, and her family members. They all shared stories about her life, her personality, and her love of being a La Mesa police officer.
At this stage in her life, she was very happy. She was confident. She loved being a police officer and all that came with it. She loved the people around her, and she was truly coming into her own. For this, I will always be grateful. And although there will always be a hole in my heart for my dear, sweet Lauren, I will try to stay open to the joy that I know she would have wanted for me and for all of us.
Yeah, La Mesa Police Chief Ray Sweeney then also described her as, quote, an officer who cared deeply about her partners, her community, and the badge she wore. Well, San Diego County leaders have approved a $16 million settlement to be paid out to the family of 22-year-old Hayden Shuck, who died in county jail. Shuck was arrested for driving under the influence after a crash and possessing an unmarked gun. Attorneys say instead of being taken to a hospital, Shuck was put in a jail cell. The case drew attention after 55 hours of surveillance video leading up to his death was deleted, despite a policy requiring that footage be preserved for 2 years. His family says the settlement isn't about the money. They want meaningful reform.
Already lost everything. You can't pay for that. What you can do is send a message that change is needed.
The settlement requires advanced training in our jails, specifically recognizing mental illness and signs of substance abuse withdrawal. Well, now to a warning, your water bill is about to go up. The San Diego City Council just narrowly approved a rate hike in a 5-4 vote. It's a scaled back plan, 2 years of increases instead of 4, but bills will still jump 30% over those 2 years. The city says rising costs from the County Water Authority and aging infrastructure left no choice, approve the hike or cut 500 public utility jobs. The council will revisit rates again in 2 years. Meantime, nearly 400,000 San Diegans who rely on CalFresh food benefits will not see their November payments on time due to the government shutdown. That is close to 240,000 households in San Diego County facing uncertainty about when food assistance will arrive. Governor Gavin Newsom has deployed the National Guard to food banks and is fast-tracking $80 million in state funds to help. If you need assistance, call 211 or visit SanDiegoFoodBank.org. Families can still use benefits remaining from previous months. And public events for Fleet Week San Diego scheduled there at the Broadway Pier were canceled because of the government shutdown as well. This includes student STEM days, the community breakfast aboard the USS Midway Museum, and the Veterans and Military Boat Parade. The SDSU Football Classic, Military and Veteran Appreciation Concert, Military Family Day, and a 5K, though, are all still set to take place. And a group of San Diego lawmakers say that they were again blocked from entering an ICE detention area inside of the downtown federal courthouse. Representatives Juan Vargas, Scott Peters, Sarah Jacobs, Mike Levin, and Senator Alex Padilla, all Democrats, say they want access to the basement facility after reports of immigrants being held in poor conditions without lawyers, medical care, or food. They argue Congress has the legal right to conduct oversight without notice. ICE first denied them last week under a new rule requiring 7 days advance notice. Lawmakers say they gave that notice and still got denied.
We followed all the procedures that they've asked us to follow. We don't believe we need any of that.
ICE says that because of the federal government shutdown, all requests are on hold indefinitely. The lawmakers sent a letter demanding answers but are still waiting on a response. We'll keep you posted. Well, new video shows the argument that led to felony assault charges being filed against Encinitas Councilman Luke Schaefer. The video was taken on July 5th there on 5th Street near Moonlight State Beach. On the video, Schaefer is seen moving an Encinitas homeowner's trash cans near Moonlight Beach to park his truck, sparking that argument with the man. Moments later, he backs into a recycling bin. Prosecutors allege you cannot see that hitting the trash can then set off a chain reaction of events, which they say injured the resident.
Truck right rear tire ran over one of the recycle bins, crushing it, and it hit the upraised palms of the victim, pushing him back several feet.
The two argued for several minutes before Schaefer drives off. Schaefer is now charged with felony assault and has pleaded not guilty. Well, right now, nearly 36 voting centers are now open across our county for early voting in the upcoming special election on redistricting in California. They will be open daily from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., and the county says a total of 68 vote centers will be open heading into the November 4th election. You can find one near you at sdvote.com. And San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria says an agreement between Caltrans and the city of San Diego is making progress cleaning up homeless encampments along our freeways. He gave an update this week at 17th and B Street, where a large encampment near the 5 has been cleared. People who were living there have been moved to a safe sleeping site with food and caseworkers.
This is not mission accomplished. We recognize and know that there are many more encampments along San Diego County freeways. Those are outside of the delegated maintenance agreement, and we aspire to be able to show Caltrans, the governor, the legislature, that when working with localities like the city of San Diego, we can bring change to these very, very important pieces of property.
Under the one-year pilot program, the state will reimburse the city up to $400,000 to clean up encampments along state highways and connect people to housing. Still ahead, Amazon is laying off thousands of employees across the country. The impact here in San Diego. Plus, data shows more people are missing payments and losing their cars. We look into a repossession spike and what it all means. Welcome back. The city of San Marcos is moving forward with new e-bike rules. They were approved Tuesday, including a ban on riders under 12. The proposal also ramps up enforcement and safety education, adds signs to keep e-bikes off business district sidewalks, and expands training programs with local schools. To pay for it, the city will shift $77,000 towards safety campaigns, sheriff's overtime, signage, and outreach. San Marcos follows several other San Diego County cities with similar rules, including Chula Vista. Well, now to another update just approved by the San Diego Unified School Board. A new safe parking lot is coming to the former Central Elementary School site, giving families living in their cars a secure place to stay overnight. Under the agreement, San Diego Unified families will receive priority access to that site. Jewish Family Services will run the program and connect families to resources. The agreement starts November 1st and then lasts 1 year. Next year, San Diego Unified is expected to redevelop the land into affordable workforce housing. And happening right now, San Diego is expected to be hit hard by the massive Amazon layoffs. According to Yahoo Finance, the Department of Video Game Development with offices here in San Diego will be impacted after the company announced 14,000 corporate jobs will be cut. We reached out to the local hub for comment and were directed to a letter written by a senior VP. The letter explained that most employees will be given 90 days to look for a new role internally. It also said that employees who choose not to stay will get transition support, including severance pay. And car repossessions are at their highest level since the Great Recession. More than 2.2 million cars have been repossessed so far this year, and that number could climb past 3 million by year's end, according to the Recovery Database Network. Economists say it is not a clear sign of a recession, but it does show the economy is losing momentum. University of San Diego economics professor Alan Jin says rising housing and food costs may be forcing some people to fall behind on car payments. He adds that many who bought expensive cars at high interest rates during the pandemic could now be struggling to keep up.
A lot of car buyers ended up underwater, that the car was worth less than the actual value of the loan. And so financially, it might have made sense for them then to default on the loan as opposed to trying to pay it off.
On top of that, the average price of a new car in the U.S. is now above $50,000, first time ever, according to Cox Automotive. And a Claremont Park has a new name to honor a San Diego police officer killed in the line of duty. Officer Austin Machetar died last year in a fiery pursuit crash. What was previously North Claremont Community Park will now be known as Officer Austin Machetar Memorial Park. Before his death, he patrolled Claremont, protecting and connecting with the community. The San Diego Police Officers Association donated the funds for the new sign and updates for that park. Coming up, a busy San Diego freeway gets called out for being the most dangerous road in America. We'll show you where and when drivers are most at risk. Thanks for staying with us as we continue to take you around San Diego. Right now, volunteers are raising awareness about the state's daylighting law by marking curbs in red. The law prohibits parking within 20 feet of a crosswalk to give drivers a clearer view of pedestrians. You could get a $117 ticket. It applies whether or not the curb is red or if there's a no parking sign. The city told CBS 8 in June that painting all of the city's curbs could take years. So the group Strong Town San Diego is using red chalk to outline where the law would be enforced.
The purpose of it is not to do the city's job for them. And so the chalk, even though it is not permanent, that is kind of the point. It is meant to be symbolic as we show people, this curb is supposed to be red. You can be ticketed here.
Yeah, painting curbs is against San Diego City Code, but the group says they have not been in direct contact with any city officials. Well, now to a list of the most dangerous roads in the U.S. Allstate released the list based on speeding and aggressive driving during peak hours. A stretch of major road here in San Diego ranked #1 in the country. No bueno. According to the data, the eastbound lanes of Interstate 8 near Mission Gorge Road to northbound Interstate 15 are the riskiest in the country, they say. The most dangerous time, Sunday through Thursday, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. The safest time, Monday through Friday, from 6 to 9 a.m. No other California roads made the top 10. Be safe out there. And if you have driven down the Morena Boulevard lately, you have likely experienced this. Some are calling it construction chaos, and people who live nearby tell us they are fed up with late night noise and daytime dust. CBS 8's Vanessa Paz took their concerns to the city. Here's how leaders are responding in this On the Move report.
These are the sounds keeping Bay Park residents like Bailey Murphy awake at night.
It's been starting at like 11 p.m., 1 a.m., 3 a.m., and it's just like insane noise. Like I can't even sleep. My dogs can't sleep.
Bailey lives off Littlefield and Morena Boulevard, right in the middle of years-long construction. But in recent weeks, she says the work has stretched well into the overnight hours.
I've been staying at my mom's the past few nights just so I can get sleep.
And she tells us getting answers has been a dead end.
Emailed them. They gave me a number to call. Called that number. They gave me a different number to call. And then the third number I called went to voicemail.
When we visited the work site, other neighbors shared similar frustrations.
As they've got so many lanes that are closed down and all the trucks everywhere, it's a mess. There's so much dirt and dust. We had actually lunch just the other day over here at Luce's, and there was dirt all over their tables.
The city admits it's a mess, but says it's necessary.
Construction is noisy, it's very dusty. We are implementing some best practices to try to manage both of those things.
This stretch of work is part of the Pure Water Project's Marina conveyance, the city's largest infrastructure upgrade, including new pipelines, tunnels, and treatment facilities. Richard Fernandez is one of the city engineers overseeing the project. He said crews are working around the clock, but there's a reason for the overnight hours.
During the daytime hours, the entire community is impacted for a much longer duration. We may not be able to provide access to all these driveways throughout all the different phases of the work. But what's really top of mind is the safety of the workers and then other drivers.
The city says all night work is permitted and residents should be receiving email or door hanger notices.
We're working around the clock. So we have a full daytime shift that starts at 6 a.m. on this site, and they work a full 8 hours.
And while crews push to wrap up soon,
we do understand that it's frustrating. Like, we hear you, we hear your complaints. When we work overnight, especially near residences, that's not a decision that's ever made lightly.
The city expects to finish this phase in the next month or so.
It'll all be worth it in the long run, right? Still ahead, a once-in-a-lifetime encounter, all caught on camera right off the coast of Encinitas. We hear from the paddleboarder who captured this incredible video. Welcome back. There was a time once when appliances were brought to a repair shop to get fixed, or we would try to fix them ourselves. But that's just not the case as much today. The Reuse and Repair Collective, however, is trying to change that by keeping broken appliances out of landfills and preserving our resources. In this Earth 8 report, Sean Stiles explains what it's all about.
It seems like we live in a throwaway society where appliances like this iron that doesn't work get thrown in the landfill. Well, the folks here at the Reuse and Repair Collective are out to change that attitude completely. They want to teach you how to repair your appliances and keep using them instead of throwing them in the landfill.
And see if we can access the internals of this device.
The Collective's grand opening was on September 25th, and they want San Diegans to know they don't have to throw it away.
And now we're in the bike shop. And where the bike shop is, we do teach people how to do minor repairs like changing your tires.
Laura Anthony is the founder of Reuse and Repair Collective. She brings experts together who volunteer to share their knowledge with people.
We wanted to have a space in San Diego to allow the community to come in to repair some of their favorite items. It could be small appliances, it could be textiles, it could be bicycles.
By teaching people how to repair instead of throwing away, it extends the life of appliances as well as keeping them out of the landfill.
So the idea is to kind of conserve our resources, our natural resources, learn skills on how to keep things longer.
To help people fix and learn how to repair.
These are fairly high voltage devices.
Volunteers like Paul Gutierrez help people fix things like the iron I brought in.
And while I'm working through it, I can communicate what I'm looking at with the person who brought the device and tell them, well, this part does this part does that. Now we can troubleshoot and see where the disconnection or where the problem might be happening and figure out what needs to happen for us to be able to get it working again.
The collective does more than appliances. You can learn how to fix your bike or maybe some clothing.
And now let's go into the textile room. And in the textile room, we have sewing machines where we're going to teach you how to sew. We'll teach you how to do minor repairs, like putting on a button, a zipper, or some hemming. Also, if you have a project that you want to do, but you aren't confident doing it, we have the knowledge to help you prepare that project.
Checking in with Paul on the iron, as usual, it's an easy fix.
So we've narrowed it down to this wire right here. I'm going to cut it and splice it.
Paul strips the insulation off the wires and then splices them back together. What is that little piece that you just put on there?
That's a wire nut. It's used to splice two pieces of copper wire together.
And if you already have the knowledge but need a special tool, the Collective can help you with that in their tool room. Here you'll find screwdrivers, Dremel bits, pipe wrenches, drill bits, micro drivers, just about anything you can imagine. And it's all here on a loaner basis.
Yeah, I think we've got it. There it is. It no longer turns off when you pull the cord.
And what do people say to Paul when he's helped them fix the appliance they brought in?
They're usually very surprised that it was something that they could have done at home, and they thank me for showing them the way.
So a simple repair on appliance that probably would get thrown away. Paul showed us how to do it. He can show you how to do it here at the Reuse and Repair Collective. If you'd like to learn more about what they're doing and the clinics they have, I'll put a link on this web story so you can find out more about them. Sean Stiles, Earth 8.
Very resourceful. We need more of it. Sean, thanks. You got to see this. One Encinitas paddleboarder's quiet day on the water turned into something truly unforgettable, thanks to a surprise visit from an ocean giant. UCSD professor Craig Callender was paddling out from Cardiff State Beach when he spotted a ton of bait and then thousands of birds. He realized that a big whale had been feeding out there and quickly grabbed his GoPro to capture the creature there in the water. It wasn't any ordinary whale even. It was a Brutus whale, apparently, that is rarely seen off of San Diego's coast.
Such a beautiful big creature, and it's really wonderful and just absolutely stunning and awe-inspiring. But to actually see one up close is unbelievable.
Yeah, I boogie board a lot. We are coexisting, my friends. The whale's habitat typically ranges up to the middle of Mexico's Baja California Peninsula. As ocean waters warm, though, scientists say these whales are heading even farther north. Glad they're doing well. And right now, the San Diego Humane Society is caring for 40 cats rescued from a studio apartment in East Village. The Humane Society says they responded to the apartment on Imperial Avenue after a neighbor reported a strong odor coming from that unit. They learned the elderly owner was hospitalized and could no longer care for them. Right now, all 4 Humane Society campuses are over capacity, and they need cats adopted or fostered to help make space. Dogs, too, of course. So far, 16 of the cats have been adopted. The rest are either up for adoption or will be soon. If you'd like to take a look at the cats that are available now, go to CBS8.com. Thank you for watching. Take care.